I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head.
I feel like you don't know this about yourself, Virgo. So we're going to talk about you tonight, okay? Usually we're doing a reading. We're talking about all the other people in your life, everything that's going on, if they're going to come back, why they said what they said, what's going on with my partner, why can't I meet anybody? We're going to talk about you, the Virgo woman. This is specifically going to focus on the ladies tonight, okay? But the guys are more than welcome to join in. You can use this as a sleepy time video as well. But I'm going to read you a little something, okay? Because I want you to understand yourself better. I wonder if people visualize Virgo women as gentle virginal maidens, like they're pure as the driven snow. Well, they're about to get some illusions shattered. Virgo is no white rock nymph in a gauzy tunic, kneeling by the pool. Sorry to spoil your image, fellas. A Virgo woman can leave her husband for a man she met beside some faraway ocean, bear her lover's child before the benefits of marriage, and face a hostile world with her head held high. That's not very maidenly or virginal. There is a lot to learn about this tender, fragile little symbol of spotless womanhood. For one thing, her spine is made of stainless steel. It is quite true that she is basically shy. No argument there. Virgo girls don't climb on soapboxes to make fiery, aggressive speeches or chop up saloons with hatchets like Carrie Nation. Virgo girls don't get arrested for drunken driving either. And I'll give you a $5 bill for every one you find featured in a burlesque show. But a Virgo woman is a woman. She has all the necessary wiles and weapons, including a determination to pursue happiness wherever the path happens to lead her. A few prickly thorns along the way won't cause her either to faint or cry weakly for help. When you hear of a Virgo woman who has outraged the laws of society, be sure to read between the lines. She is basically pure-minded. This is true. But so is love, real love. And Virgo is not interested in any other kind. She'll climb the tallest mountains and storm the raging seas in galoshes and a thin white jacket once the spirit of Mercury has been exalted in her, which can considerably dim that wispy chiffon image. Remember that Virgo's true ruler, the distant Vulcan, is the god of thunder. A Virgo woman who recognizes her marriage as imperfect and finds a love without a flaw, or thinks she has, which is the same thing, won't hesitate to cut former ties. When she uses the knife, she'll be as cool and precise as a surgeon. Much as she hates to break the family circle, the Virgo hates hypocrisy even more. Once she's accepted a love as true and ideal, the purity of her own concept of the relationship reigns supreme over all legal pieces of paper in the world. She's the one woman in the zodiac who can be deadly practical and divinely romantic at the same time. That situation of the love affair beside some faraway ocean may seem casual and immoral on the surface. Actually, it's a predictable example of a Virginian behaving true to character when caught in a difficult decision. She will suffer agonies of embarrassment over the condemnation of society in such an affair, but that won't alter her course of action any more than it will alter the purity of her motivation. It's a perfect example of the firm practicality of Virgo's earth element, blended with the mental, airy, ideal-seeking Mercury. There's a white heat to Virgo love. Once it's ignited, that can put the passions of other sun signs to shame by its very intensity and singleness of purpose. Igniting it may take some time, however. Well, we all know that's true, right? I will admit that the fiery physical aspect of love may be somewhat subdued in the typical Virgo female, but there's a mysterious, quiet, waiting quality in this woman, and a passion of the spirit is a most satisfactory substitute to men who prefer the delicacy of understatement and romance. Shoo, Virgo women are perfectionists. But that doesn't mean that she herself is perfect. She has her negative traits, and they can be very trying. To begin with, okay, so we're going to get it. Let's keep it real here. Virgo females have this belief that no one can do things as orderly and as efficiently as they can. What really drives you wild is that usually no one can. They're also sticklers for promptness. Did you ever keep a Virgo woman waiting for a date? When she's upset or cranky, she won't rage and storm and break bottles over your head, but she can be shrewish and fussy when you annoy her. You might as well expect a scolding. An occasional Virgo woman can come pretty close to behaving like a tyrant, but most of them don't carry it that far. Take her flowers, admit you're wrong, don't argue with her. It won't do you a bit of good. You can't win with a Virgo woman. You can't win with a Virgo, period. The earth is her element, so she appreciates the creations of nature, and the posies will soften her irritation. As for the apologies, keep them brief and accurate. She is nobody's fool. Her clarity of vision will spot an elaborate lie by the smoothest talker and the faintest smear of lipstick on the edge of a collar. She may be pure-minded, but she's certainly not naive. And I'm not implying that she'll go through your laundry, at least not before you're married. After that, it will be in her house and she won't feel guilty about it. This girl has a mental block when it comes to admitting she's wrong, like a block of wood right in front of her brain. So you'd be smart to take the blame right away. Most of the time she'll be right, frustrating though it may be, so why fight it? When you've put her back into her normal mood, she's an exquisite delight. You won't care who won or lost. If you can bear the wound to your male ego, you might profit from taking her financial advice or letting her handle the budget. She's concise and practical, and she catches tiny errors even a CPA might overlook, unless you are a CPA, unless there are afflictions, too, in her natal aspects, or she has an impulsive ascendant. Brush up on your manners and your grammar if you're dating a Virgo woman. She won't take kindly to abuse of this language, swearing or drinking from the finger bowl. Don't choose celery close to her ear, and it's better if you pass up corn on the cob altogether. That's enough of a challenge at any time, let alone trying to eat it daintily in front of her. Tell the waiter to cut it off and serve it to you on the plate. You'll never pass inspection with sloppy clothing either. Once in love with a Virgo woman, you might as well resign yourself to shaving twice a day, and the same goes for showers. Splash on the aftershave lotion, brush off the lint, spruce up your hair, wear a fresh shirt, mind your manners, and polish your shoes before you go courting her. And here's a very valuable tip. The next time you're late, pretend you don't realize what time it is. Walk in her door angrily, like walk in the door mad. And when she asks you what's wrong, tell her that silly, ridiculous, blasted library, that's about as profane as you'll dare to get with her, keeps closing 5 minutes before they're supposed to, according to their rules. It wouldn't be so bad now and then, but they lock the doors on you every night when you have all these heavy scientific journals to put away. She'll forget all about your lateness. Don't take her to the racetrack and let her see you throw away a week's pay on Golden Chance and the Fifth on the nose. Save your off-color stories for the men at the bar and tell her constantly you're glad she's not the flighty type. You are, aren't you? She's not a clinging vine either. Virgo goes to no extremes. She can take care of herself, thank you, but she doesn't have to act like a man to do it. Don't overpower her with your physical charms or bear hug her on the subway, and don't rush the goodnight kiss on the first or even the 10th date. Wait for better things. In general, underplay the whole scene. Move in slowly with grace and taste, or you'll end up in the orchestra pit or in the mosh pit with all the other crazy, weirdo banjo thumpers. Speaking of the theater, she'll probably love it. Parades, too. The pomp and pageantry, the dramatic emotion give her an outlet for her own tightly controlled emotions. Besides, she's one great critic. Her highly developed intellect and artistic taste combine to give her a keen perception. If you could make Broadway producers understand this, you'd be showered with free passes to out-of-town openings. A Virgo woman will call the critics' reviews in advance almost every time. Discrimination is one of her keywords. She loves plays, concerts, books, movies, but she's severely critical of the content. She's just as critical of your tie and how you wear your hair, what you do, and what you say. To criticize is as natural to her as breathing is to you. Virgo is the eternal perfectionist. Without her, we would all be pretty messy and sloppy around the edges. Don't criticize her, though. That's against the rules. The golden rule definitely does not apply here. What she does to you, you'd better not do to her. Her crystal clear thinking makes her inwardly as aware of her own imperfections as she is of yours. And what's worse, she judges herself more frequently and more harshly, which is why she feels she doesn't need any help from you. Of her, it can be truly said that she is her own worst critic. One nice thing about being in love with this woman is that she'll do all your worrying for you and possibly even enjoy it. She'll keep you from goofing without robbing you of your manhood, an art that women born under other sun signs might well imitate. As for the matter of faithfulness, you may hear of a rare Virgo female who, for her own unfathomable reasons, has decided to toss away virtue with a vengeance. But there's usually a desire to prove something to herself at the bottom of such a spree, and it won't last long. Virgo females who take an occasional whirl down the primrose path of promiscuity are clever enough to cover up the lapse, and such behavior is most certainly an exception. Ordinarily, if she really loves you, you'd be safe to trust the Virgo girl with the sexiest man you know on a desert island for a month. For 2 months, well, Virgos are human, you know. They're not walking, talking computers. They have hearts warmer than people suspect and emotions that can thunder with feeling, even if they don't care to rent a billboard to advertise it. The emotional nature of a Virgo woman is controlled, but not non-existent. Remember that. It will give you courage. The Virgo girl is annoyingly meticulous about small things, but she can also be the kindest, most generous, and affectionate little creature in the world. Consider her perfectionism a virtue instead of a vice. With all the impulsiveness rampant in the world, what would we do without the sharp eye and mind of a Virgo? Even while she's irritating you with her critical ways, there's a lovable quality about her that's downright irresistible. But of course, you've already discovered that, or you wouldn't be shaving twice a day and going to the library every night. Her modest manner and soft, clear eyes have done their job well. You've probably even found out how much fun she is when people don't pick on her, and what a clever wit lies inside that pretty head. It's a lovely and strange thing that when Virgo women laugh, it often sounds like the peal of little bells. She has no illusions, so don't try to tell her or sell her any phony ideas. To her, truth is beauty, and beauty is truth. Get used to emptying the ashtrays every 3 seconds. Be kind to her stray kittens, and she'll perform the pipe and slippers routine with feminine grace. She'll share herself cautiously, only with one she trusts, and little things mean a lot to her. Despite her modesty and natural shyness, she's tough enough and strong enough for others to find comforting when dark clouds gather. The quiet courage and deep sense of responsibility of Virgo women often acts as a magic glue to hold large families together. She'll probably be a good cook, and she'll never poison you with her soup. Your house will be clean and cozy, and the big bowl on the coffee table will hold apples instead of chocolates. Bad for the teeth and general health. You'll probably never see your youngster running around the neighborhood with a runny nose, a jam-stained face, or torn sneakers. You won't find tiny fingers scattering your tobacco or coloring on your private papers either. She'll be a firm disciplinarian. Virgo women seldom have more than 1 or 2 children and don't seem to need motherhood to satisfy their femininity. But once baby has bounced into her life, she'll never neglect his physical, moral, or educational needs. She may not supply his emotional needs as easily, but if she's sure of your love and knows she's appreciated, she'll relax and give her offspring plenty of warm affection. Little ones often find Virgo mothers delightfully funny and gentle. They'll be firm and try to instill good habits, but they have a tender touch that tells a child he or she is securely loved. Remember the poem that says you shouldn't buy bread with your last penny, but hyacinths for the soul? Give this woman both. You may often catch her busy with sewing or mending or doing things around the house, cleaning out the junk drawer, changing all the light bulbs. And if you have a really typical Virgo woman in your life, your house may be full of heavenly mixed fragrance of fresh flowers, beautiful smelling candles, and hot homemade bread baking crisply in the oven. It's pretty nice to come home to. She'll dust off all your old dreams and make them shine again, and you'll have a woman who will never borrow your razor or use your toothbrush for her mascara. She'll nurse you like an angel when you're ill, and she won't embarrass you by flirting with your best friend. She'll dress neatly and be able to talk with you about something besides diapers and beauty parlor gossip. You'll get every ounce of loyalty and devotion that you deserve. She won't throw emotional scenes of jealousy or throw your money away foolishly. She'll keep your secrets in her heart, help you organize your work, and probably won't get wrinkled in middle age. Now really, isn't all that worth minding your manners and keeping your fingernails clean? Her eyes are cool pools of pure love, and when she smiles, she can light up a whole room with her radiance. Better keep her. You may never get so lucky again. All right, you guys. That is the Virgo woman. Now, if I do the Virgo male next, you'll have to leave me a comment. Let me know if you guys want to hear about yourselves. Heck, we can even turn this into a series, and I can read off all of the other zodiac signs as well. Now, what I want to share, because I have to give proper credit to where it's due, is an old book that I have here, which I read it from, called Linda Goodman's Sun Signs. And it also gives you information, how to know your partner, know yourself, your child, you as an employee, all that stuff, and other people as well. Now, I got to say, this book, for all rights and purposes, was written and some of you might even know, let's see if I can find the date, 1968. It's as old as I am. Okay? And I swear by this book. So if you want to understand the signs, definitely reach out for this book. You could, don't get it from me because I don't sell it, but you could probably get it on Amazon or anywhere like that. Yeah. So tonight we're just keeping it short and sweet. You can listen to this over and over. This is going to be timeless and evergreen. Save it when you need a little boost to remind yourself of who the heck you are. And that's all she wrote. Have a great night, you guys.
But it's not like I need it. And we may have some history, but we don't have to repeat.